Hello, and welcome to your Jenesis Software. In today's video, we will go over setting up our user profile. Let's get started. From inside your Jenesis software, you would want to move up to the top toolbar where your name and or email are located. Click there, and now you see the user profile. On the bottom left, let's click Profile. This will now bring you into your user profile. From the account page, you'll notice your personal information. You can also go into your user profile to change or update your password. You can enter your mailing or physical address and make other changes inside your profile. If you go back up to the top left, you'll notice the different tabs. We're going to move to the next tab called Preferences. Inside the Preferences tab, this is where you can set up your user signature. If I delete the signature I already have here, it will then give me the option to upload a signature that I may have saved, or I can click here and draw my signature. Once I have my signature drawn here, I would hit the green button, Download Signature. I would then grab that download. Let me see here. Well, I would go to my folders, open it, and download the signature into the signature here. This signature is applied to any receipts that you would create, specific accord forms, as well as invoices. Moving over to my right and up to user profile image, I can drop a profile image of myself here. This profile image does replace the little gray guy at the top. It's only internal, so no one outside of your Genesis will see this profile image. If I scroll up above the user profile image, you'll notice the email signature. This email signature is what goes out at the bottom of every email that you would send out. You can have your agency's logo, your direct phone number, your email, or a saying that you may like to use. Whatever is in this space here, again, goes out at the bottom of every email that you send out. Moving over to my right, the email text template. If there's an email or a text that you send out on a regular, you can come here and create that template. The subject may be bill reminder. And then in the white space below, you would create your email or text message. If you want, you can also include some of these bracketed boxes, which will autofill anytime you send an email or text from a client's policy. So, say for instance, I wanted it to include their carrier. I would click on that carrier, it copies it, and I would paste it in my message. That way, when I send an email or text from a client's policy, it will automatically fill in any of these options that I have selected. Once I've gotten my template named, I've put a subject and created the body of my message, I can now save it. That way, it's available for me to use anytime I send an email and or text. Going over to the sidecar preferences on the left, you can turn on or off any of these options if you so choose. Going back up to the top left, moving to the next tab, Credentials. If your agency uses a JRater, WeSignature, FormStack, any type of platform that integrates with Genesis that you can use through Genesis, you would come here to add your credentials in order to use that platform through Genesis, raters, electronic signatures, and so forth. In order to do so, I would go to Credentials all the way to the right and click the plus. From there, I'd use this drop down to select the type of third party integration platform that I would like to use and add my credentials for. Once I've selected that option, I would put my username and password that I use for that third party platform into here. If it is a carrier or company, I would also need to add that company's name and the producer code for that carrier or company. If it is a rater or an electronic signature, I'd simply need to enter my username and password. Once I've entered that information, I hit save. It then appears here, and I'm able to use that third party platform through Genesis since my credentials are added. Going back up to the top, if your agency is using email integration and this option is turned on, you will notice the email integration tab. You would click there. And if again you all are using the email integration, you click there, add your email. Once it says verified, you would then contact the chat support icon at the bottom right to ask them to complete your email integration. Again, to set up your user profile, you're going to go to the top toolbar, look for your name, email, click there, and then click on Profile, the bottom left, and go through each tab to set up your user profile. If your agency is using the clock to clock in and clock out, you will also find this in your user profile by clicking on your name, email, and selecting the clock to clock in or clock out. As always, should you have any questions or need any help, the bottom right, there's the orange chat support icon, or all the way on the left, the bottom of the toolbar, the tools and resource options. Thank you.